We're here. Well, are we? Statsman, are you here?
I'm here. Are you here?
Okay, yes. Well, not. I'm on information overload with everything that's been happening.
You're telling me.
I can't believe it. But let's just get everybody in the mood and just start telling them. Here we go, sir. Okay. And just for you, because you like the England flag.
I do. What's that other one?
It's my flag.
All right, I'll let you have that one.
That's the one that I'm showing. And this. Oh, it's got to be this way. This is for all lefties. I got this as a present from somebody. Ta-da!
I like that.
What do you think?
Got a giant one sticking outside Starmer's house. Bing.
Yes, indeed. Mark, there is so much going on at the moment. And I have to say that, go on. I mean, let's face it. On Friday, we were like thinking, well, let's see what happens over the weekend. Shit. What's happened? There are protests going on everywhere. Manchester is absolutely bombing it. I don't mean that in the physical sense, but there is just so much happening over there, and you just sit there and you just go, "What? All right, come on, Mark, get some of the things out of your system. Come on, get it done.
I think I can say half the things I wanted, to be honest. But I don't know. Just how many protests are there?
Tons of them.
They're everywhere. There's one outside the police station now somewhere. It's like, wow.
Tommy's been arrested as well.
Yeah, that's just come on. Been arrested on his way back at the airport. Must have been for whatever happened in the train station.
Yes, and they'll be over-egging the situation accordingly.
Oh, got to be licking the lips with this, won't they?
Oh, yeah. Anything. They're trying desperately to stop or to cause a problem for September the 13th.
It's going to go ahead without him anyway, mate.
That's right. Okay.
Well, they're not stopping anything, are they?
Let's just remind everybody about your new political party. Let's keep it on.
Yeah, we haven't got enough parties, have we, with the name Re in it? So I thought, let's chuck another one in the mix.
Let's take that flag off. Okay. And here we go. Statsman. And your policy, sir, please.
Quite simple, really.
There you go.
Deport.
Well, we've nearly...
Zero in. Millions and millions out. I need to change that, don't I?
Yeah, well, we've nearly... we paid nearly 750 million, right, to France for doing sweet Fanny Adams.
100 million, isn't it? We're giving them now. Another 100.
Oh, yeah.
Another 100 million that we haven't got, yeah.
Okay. Well, lots of people are going on holiday, so I thought we'd start off with something a little bit funny. Here we go.
Today we're at a campsite in the UK, finding out why so many British people enjoy spending their holidays in a caravan.
What's your favourite thing about a caravan holiday?
It's nice and peaceful, and best of all, you don't have to deal with any bloody foreigners.
Why do you visit this same site every year?
Everyone is just so friendly here. Why don't you pop round for a visit later and we can show you what it's all about?
No, thanks.
Why do you holiday in England?
Well, there's no other country that can make a decent full English breakfast or fish and chips like we can over here.
Yeah.
There's no Weatherspoons abroad either. Enjoying your holiday?
I would be if my husband didn't have the shits. It absolutely stinks in here. My eyes are watering and my nostrils are stinging. It's fucking disgusting.
Is that typically British or what? I tell you, anyway.
Can't beat a caravan holiday, can you?
No. All right, and here we go. Here's some quick news for you. All right, this guy. He's the first Labour councillor, the first Reform councillor to win in Warrington. Can you believe that?
So it is possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at it. I mean, yes, he's got the all the rest of the stuff on him, But I'm just going to say he won the by-election in the Busey and Whitecross election to secure it. And, nobody fancied his chances at first, okay? But he's delighted to have won. I can't even remember what the name of the guy is, okay? To be honest with you.
It's not very professional, is it? Me neither.
Hans Mundry, the Labour leader of the council, shared his views on the results. He said, "I think we had a good campaign and a good candidate. A bit disappointed that our candidate won't be there to represent the people of Busey and Whitecross, but the democratic process has been satisfied." Okay. Councillor Mark Brown, leader of the Liberal Democrat group on the council, commented on the outcome of the by-election. He said, "It was a big fight between Reform and Labour. My congratulations to all the candidates, all of whom did well. We maintained our position from the 2024 election." Actually, not winning. That's how they maintained their election. And, okay, another thing that came up today, this guy, James Whale. Dead.
Just saw that, yeah.
This guy was a controversial broadcaster in some ways, but I always quite liked him because he spoke his mind and he called it as it is. A lot of people thought he was anti-Muslim for some reason, Mark. Okay.
Maybe he just doesn't like silly ideologies, mate, that are a threat to, I don't know, perhaps our culture.
Indeed.
Maybe he's got a brain and he noticed a few problems with said ideology. Yeah, it's kicking off. It's kicking off on X.
Yeah, it is.
You can't even die in peace anymore, can you? You got all the horrible lefties
out
out there.
The lefties are going at them, without anybody. I mean, I found out, Guy, that there is a school, for lefties, okay, that you can train. You ready? Here you go. You want a new challenge? Retrain as a lefty. 2-day courses. No previous experience needed. Full tuition in twisting the truth, toxic wokeness, unaccountability, sense of entitlement, cancel culture, fence sitting, zero personality, virtue signaling, and how to be offended by everything and anything. What do you think?
I was going to say they're missing how to be a hypocrite, but I think that just comes naturally. So I don't really think they need training on that one. But yeah.
Well, we have to credit a post by Frankie, one of our favorite people that listen to us, because he posted this up, and I think he must have got thousands and thousands and thousands of people saying, "What the hell are you advertising that for?" So, and this guy, okay, what's all this about, Mark? This guy was...
No, apparently he was arrested at a protest outside a hotel. I think
Wasn't
it says
it the Britannia Hotel?
Yeah, in the news report it says he was something to do with drug dealing outside the hotel or something, but that seems a bit odd, so I can't comment on that. But the post there by one of his family,
his mother, yeah,
kind of insinuates the police might be at fault. I can't say either way, if they were or they weren't, but it says the cameras don't lie. So I don't know if they've got some information on, because he died in custody, so how that happened.
Nobody should die in custody. Nobody.
They shouldn't. Sometimes there's reasons why they do, and it can't be helped.
No,
it just seems you're getting one version from the press and the police, and then you're getting a little inkling of something slightly different, maybe from the family statement there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is one to watch, to be honest.
I think so. This is why we've included it in the cast tonight. I think we should see that, because there are going to be things that unfold from this.
It's a bit sad, isn't it? If you
look at it,
protest, and the next minute you're arrested and you're dead.
That kid doesn't look like butter would melt in his mouth. He looks like a nice kid. What the hell is going on?
Well, we'll have to see, won't we? I mean, he was selling drugs, but not great, but what was he though?
Well, what about these kids?
Yeah, scary, isn't it? Whatever that's advertising, John, I want none of it.
Well, the CEO of Jaguar has
That's
just
Jaguar, is it?
yeah, Jaguar just stood down. In the advert, there were no cars, no real men, nothing. It was just like it wasn't even an advert for anything. It was just like one of those perfume adverts, you know. I am. So
That'll
you
explain
are.
things then. That'll explain why they're struggling a bit then.
Oh, they're finished.
Go woke, go broke. I mean, not
That's
being
it.
funny.
This was Bud Light 2. There was no two ways about it.
They should be learning from other people's mistakes.
Oh,
Look, what they've done here is they've literally if it was woke uni students who were buying Jaguars, then they would have hit their target audience bob on, wouldn't they? But I'm not sure the boomers are having this.
no.
Are they? Who's
well,
going to want
we-
to buy a car off them? Freaks.
We've got something to do with trans later on, but I mean, look at these people.
Oh,
They look like something out of a science fiction movie. Okay? You know? Star Fleck.
I mean, what? Who? Oh,
How does that
The world's got
advertise
mad, dude.
Jaguar? Come on,
Who come
look
up-
at those
we don't-
people. How does it advertise a Jaguar car?
if you were head of advertising and someone come up to you with this, you'd be like, "Hey, yeah, you're all right, mate."
You
Maybe in
are
another life.
absolutely out of your mind.
Who thought this is a good idea? Let's just ruin the business.
Well, obviously he did. So Jaguar sales have tanked because no bloke wants to be associated with a Jaguar, which is like sort of, I don't know. How can you, I don't know. How can you work that out? I'm sorry. Okay.
Surely they know who buys the cars,
Well,
and then you advertise accordingly, don't you? It's like when you're going to write a book, you've got to look right. What's my target audience?
yeah.
And if they're, I don't know, 5 to 8 years of age, then you need pictures in it. You're not just going to write some novel full of all information and facts and adult stuff. And the kids will be like, "Oh, I'm not reading this book." It's
What?
common sense, is it?
Common
not?
sense. What guy, look at the guy on the left as you're looking at it. What guy has a hairdo like that?
I can't tell what half of them are meant to be, John, whether they're male or female. to
Be honest. Well, I tell you what, okay.
Is that a guy?
Here's an archaeologist's take on what you're going to find out from a trans grave in 500 years' time. Ready?
Are they fake boobs?
Fake lips.
Or the lips? There's a spot in the lips.
Look at the nail, and whoever it is holding up a phone. Okay.
What's that say? OnlyFans 20 Put my glasses on, I can actually read what that says.
Be
OnlyFans
honest.
2020, 20.
Anybody watching this, if you are not absolutely wetting yourself, then you have no humor whatsoever. Okay. Look at those lips and then look at what you're seeing today. And I'm telling you. Okay.
You got a mobile phone in one hand. What's in the other hand? I can't see.
I don't know. I don't know. It looks like
No, nothing. Just a
I
hand.
can't see it. But look at the nails.
It's got nails on the other hand. Yeah. Wow.
Well, this has caused a bit of a furore today for Raj. A furore for Raj. Check this out.
Thank you. Could you just set out your views on whether trans women should be on female prison wards? And also, do you agree with Trump's deadline for Putin? And do you think Putin should abide by it? Thank you.
Well, I think Donald Trump believed that his negotiating skills would enable him to get Mr. Putin to the table and strike a reasonable deal. Since that time, Putin has showed how completely, wholly unreasonable he is in every single way. So we'll see what happens with those negotiations. Well, when it comes to trans women in prisons, isn't it interesting that we run our country with people who become ministers, who generally have absolutely no idea of the subject matter that they're talking about, I've personally never worked in a prison, so I can't answer it. But I think you'll find that the answer that you'll get from somebody who has worked in prisons at the highest possible level is, I think, basically it's about risk assessment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we all know what the law is. I'm not going to go back over that yet
You can't
again.
believe this.
But
that explains a lot.
There you go. Look, take a look at her.
Is in prison deserves to be treated with humanity and decency, and that includes female prisoners, and it includes trans prisoners, you know, everything in the prison service is risk assessed, and I am sure that the prison service will tie itself up in knots over the trans issue, just like many other public sectors have, and as Nigel said earlier, you know, we are at the beginning, and that is something that we will need to speak about clearly.
Yeah.
I can't tell whether they are like sort of wrinkles on her lips or hairs.
Thank you. Tenny Don.
Come on, be honest, okay? Here's
You
Julie.
want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Is she a biological female?
Yes.
Right, okay. That straightens things out. So why
How does
doesn't
that
she want
straighten things out?
Because I'm going to be totally honest, I wasn't really sure. You said be honest. I'm being honest.
Well, here's
It's not
Julia.
my fault because I identify people normally as kind of, you know, what they've looked like for years. But if she's a biological woman, then why doesn't she want to protect all the other biological women in prisons and hospitals? Why is it on a, let's take it on a case-by-case basis?
I don't know.
Okay. Wow. By the way, it's gone down like a sack of shit, this house today.
Well,
especially on X.
Here's Julia's.
Because again, it's on the fence. No, there's males and females, and they're the prison to go into. I don't know. Are they trying to alienate voters at Reform? Because it seems like they're doing a really good job.
Well, the people are sort of turning against him because they think he's a bit of a phony, really, because he's a bit wishy-washy in certain areas.
It's the certain areas that everyone's relying on. So I obviously got a vested interest in this trans thing and stuff with the schools and what have you, and women's safety and stuff. Anyway, I didn't think it was massively people's concerns, but today this has gone down like a sack of absolute crap. It's literally been trending on X all day. Well, so I'm just thinking, wow, that's a big one on immigration, and why has he gone weak on the things everyone was hopeful that we need fixing?
Well, let's have Julia Hartley Brewer's take on what he said. Here you go.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, he'll be getting a message from me after the show, I can tell you that. Vanessa Frake, who is a fantastic former prison governor, who we've had on the show many, many times, she has said, and she has just been taken on by Reform as their new justice advisor, that trans women, i.e., trans-identifying men, let's call them what they are, men, should not be automatically barred from women's prisons, and decisions on housing inmates should be assessed on an individual basis. And this is something that Nigel Farage has been asked about, and he has backed up. He said, I personally never worked in prison, so I can't answer, but I think you'll find the answer is that you'll get from somebody who's worked in prisons. The highest level is, I think, basically it's about risk assessment. So he's talking about individual decisions being made about whether or not a male prisoner can be put inside a women's prison with other female inmates. I'm sorry, Nigel Farage, if you're watching or listening, no, no, no. What do you say, Rona?
Completely disagree. I mean, individual risk assessment, it's a nonsense. It is about risk, but it's about the risk that all males pose to women, whether or not they have a background of sexual or physical violence against women. It's about the vulnerability of women. Yes. The fact that there are services and situations where women do not want be-penised people.
Be-penised people. I'm going to get a T-shirt with that on, but that's true.
Penised
people. Can I just check that nobody has sprinkled some kind of psychoactive substance over Nigel Farage's Weetabix this morning?
Seriously.
I mean, Nigel, really? A bloke with a, dangling participle?
Dangling participle.
Able to walk.
Oh, come on, Stats, smile at that.
On the basis of some risk.
I can't at all, clown. But I think the problem arises, and some people are trying to defend it by saying, yeah, but what if someone hasn't got the dangly bit and they've got rid of all that stuff and they're living as a woman and have lived experience as a woman. And that brings me to say, well, how can they? Because they're not biologically a woman.
Correct.
You might have chopped those bits off and you might have taken your hormones, etc., etc. You're still biologically a male. So there's got to be some kind of rules on this. So then we say, oh, let's make an exception because that person's pretended to be a woman for the last 10 years.
Yep.
They can still be assaulting a woman in the jail.
Of course they can.
That
So
could have.
what are we
the last
supposed
5
to
years
do?
Could have been a lie. I mean, I know I understand some people, and this is the way they are. But yeah, well, what do you do then? Do you build separate prisons for the trans?
No, because they'll say there's no money, but they'll find the money. They'll do something. I mean, anything. This government is an absolute bunch of liars. They will just say anything and everything. And we're going to show this later on, how really, really bad they are, because quite simply, when we get onto the subject of potentially what could be a new PPE style scandal in the Labour government, you'll find that, these people, somebody's making money out of what's going on. Okay. But Farage, to do something like this is just like, he's an idiot.
There's people joining the party specifically because things like this need fixing.
Correct.
And then he's doing this. And he sounds like, I don't know anything about it. I've never worked in a prison. But me neither, mate. But I know there's biological men and women. Yeah. And there needs to be some distinction, and you can't. Honestly, it's like Reform literally had an open goal. And then thought, this is so easy. And just smashed the ball over the bar. And you're like, what? How did you miss?
Well, let's quickly move on to something now, which is going to be a good subject for you.
Is it?
Are you ready? Are you ready? This is Angie Baby. Yeah. Angie Baby. Here she is.
Oh, excellent, yeah.
Big story. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. And I'm not talking the ones hanging from her ears.
Than mine, to be honest. What she do? Oh, it's going to be about houses. She's got a yellow jacket and a helmet on.
Yeah, housing is tanked. Everybody knows it. Go ahead.
It's no wonder, is it really?
Yep.
So, what were they aiming for? 1 million homes?
Yep.
Oops. What is it? Something like 200,000 if they're lucky.
Yep.
Just over 200,000.
Yep.
Well, you've missed your targets, haven't you, love? And I'm not being funny, but even if you wanted, so say net immigration, Labour managed to get it down to something like 700,000. Jesus, that's not great either. And even if you thought, I tell you what, we've got to home all those migrants, right? We'll stick 3 in a house, let's say. You still haven't made that. You still can't house all them migrants with 3 in one house.
No.
And then there's all the people who already live here. So how are they going to get a house?
Well, they don't care.
It's fine. It's all right. Keir Starmer said there's loads of properties.
Of course
so if he sat there in that committee and said there's loads of properties, it's all fine. Why do we need 250,000? Who are they for? So then there was a tweet about this. So down in the comments, there was quite a few people who claim to have experience on the building site, saying that a lot of the houses aren't even getting sold, and they're basically just leaving them with bits of the roof off until they get sold, and then they finish them off. So it says the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors reported a soft market in May 25 of this year, with a 26% decline in new buyer inquiries. That's not good, is it? When you're wondering, I wonder why that is. Well, maybe because the cost of houses has doubled in 20 years. The average asking price 20 years ago, 150,000.
Yep.
Reasonable, yeah. Now, 371. Sorry, who can afford that? So then you've got your high mortgage rates. People are going to struggle there. And then the stamp duty. Well, it was these idiots, wasn't it? Labour. Or was it? Or was it the Conservatives? No, it was Labour. It was 25, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Temporary stamp duty.
Sorry, I thought it was 25. The Conservatives, but go ahead.
No, it was these at 25. They literally cut the stamp duty cut. It's like, what? So that increased transaction costs.
Yeah.
And then you've got inflation, a stagnant economy. So these people are trying to build houses and sell them, but the climate just like, nope. So who are they for?
I would say that they are for the migrants.
The English. No, it won't be for the English, will they? Home and migrants. Labour seem good at this, don't they, John?
Migrants, illegals, they're illegals. Here's Frankie coming on there. There's a great comment there.
Bob on there, Frankie.
Bob on, Frankie.
So again, they've made this claim, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You haven't done it.
Yep, absolutely.
You have not done it. And even if you had have done it, you ain't selling them houses.
Yep.
So what's this all about, John?
Well,
I think Frankie might have nailed it.
Oh,
Someone will take them houses, won't he?
Well, here's something.
Wonder who'll pay for it.
Here's some veterans complaining. Now have a listen to what this guy says.
What are you here today, mate? Right, we've come down today to emphasise our homeless as opposed to the ones that are being put up in the hotels at the moment. What we want to know is how come there's funding for these refugees, but it's never been any funding for our soldiers? No funding for our civilians that are sleeping on streets? And that's what we want answers to.
What do you think about them housing these migrants in 4-star hotels? The fact that in Canary Wharf they were able to house these migrants from Epping overnight, but you've got thousands of homeless veterans on the streets.
Whichever way we look at it, if they're getting 4-star accommodation, why aren't our veterans? Okay, veterans sleeping in doorways, veterans sleeping in tents, veterans freezing to death. You know, Princess Diana, one of her pallbearers that carried her to her grave, froze to death in a doorway 3 years ago. They didn't on, mate. It's not right.
And if you could...
Wow. I mean, listen to that as a fact. Okay?
Not right at all, is it?
And then listen to these pieces of shit at Bolton Council. Right? Check this out. They're kicking out armed forces. Go on. You were going to say something.
Quickly, just before you do. So we were all like, they're going to put migrants in Canary Wharf. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, no, it's that far right, spreading all that misinformation again. Oh, guess who they snuck in over the weekend?
Yep. All of them. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
People must think we're stupid.
Right, here's Bolton Council.
Well, they know we're weak. Won't do anything.
Here's Bolton Council. Now listen to this. One Reform councillor was speaking up on behalf of the veterans. Here we go.
And just include a sentence in the letter to the Secretary of State. I'm not an expert on housing policy, but I think we should go one further. We should ask the Secretary of State and say that the Council is behind requesting a change to the housing policy to ensure that armed forces veterans are given priority on housing over any other groups, such as asylum seekers. And we refer back to the homeless situation. This is valid amendment. Yeah. We see that there's a problem with homelessness. For me, the way to tackle that is by showing, not just through words, not just nice letters that we send, but showing that we mean it, that armed forces veterans, British people, should be put before any asylum seekers, illegal immigrants, call them what you want. So if we can support that amendment and show tonight that actually we do believe that armed forces are the bread and butter of our country, I'd love to see the support for it. I will need a seconder for the amendment. As we know, I'm the lone Reform voice in this chamber, so if anybody's brave enough on any bench to second that and actually put the money where the mouth is, it'd be great and we can have a vote on it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Do we have a seconder?
No one brave enough.
Scum.
Scumbags.
Well, Andrew, I would say that silence.
Disgusting, isn't it?
That silence speaks volumes. Yes, disgusting. And what's even worse is that's a Tory majority council. Those are mainly Conservatives in there. What happened to their Conservative values?
Wow.
What happened to their belief in supporting our boys, the men and women who've risked their lives on the front line in wars, fighting for this country? And what was so outrageous?
Conservatives on the Bolton Council, scumbags. Nobody should vote Conservative in the future. Nobody should touch them with a barge pole. Okay, I'm not an advocate of Farage, right? But by any means, but nobody should touch the Conservatives. They are scumbags. I'm telling you.
About what Oliver suggested there, that he couldn't even get a seconder. And here's the deal. He said that after that, he heard whisperings that everyone, all these Tories, these Conservatives, that party you used to be in, were talking about Oliver's dangerous rhetoric. What? What is going on?
Look, first of all, fair play to Oliver. I mean, to stand up, that lone voice for the public. I mean, he was our parliamentary candidate. Hopefully he'll knock Melanie out next time, who I've been having a public spat with this week. And look, we've got a lot of One Nations left in the party. This is why they're going to be obsolete eventually. And this is a problem.
Hope so.
You know, why we know there's issues in northeast Lincolnshire. We know the feeling about illegal migration there. And I got loads of votes in that area, and we are targeting that council next year. You know, and touch wood, we will win some seats. But it's abhorrent. I mean, like, speaking about our veterans who stuck up for our country, it's awful.
Absolutely,
it really is. Now, Oliver sent me a.
The problem we've got, John, is the councils, and not that one, just the majority of them, they're just ideologically captured massively. These veterans have got the wrong identification, mate.
Yeah.
If you go, tell you what, I dare anyone to just go and try and fill in the forms to get a council house and watch what it asks you first. Have a guess, John. What does it ask you first?
Are you a migrant?
Yeah, immigration status and the gender shit.
Yeah.
That's what it goes to first. So you know exactly what's going on there.
If you are a trans migrant, you're going to get housed first.
You can have two. You can have two houses, mate. Yeah.
Oh, this just
one for each identity.
It's just.
To say I'm fuming more than I was last Monday is probably an understatement. To be honest with you, mate.
Here's a description from Councillor Knight, another Reform councillor, on illegal immigration.
Well, they keep coming. Wave after wave after wave. They are not destitute. They have mobile phones for phoning the boatman. They have thousands of pounds for paying the boatman. When they illegally arrive here in our Great Britain, we give them accommodation, food, clothing and health care. They are the not wanted. Now let me flip the coin. Here in our Great Britain, we have 374,000 homeless, including 161,500 children. We have 3,900 people sleeping rough every night. We have 16,600 single people living in hostels and homeless accommodation. They are the forgotten. It's not fair, it's not right, it's not Great Britain.
How about that? I mean, she was delivering facts there because I fact-checked her, okay? And I know that you will have done as well, right? So, seriously, what the hell is going on? I mean, I'm sick of it because all these people that are coming across are, guess what, right? They are predominantly Muslims, and they follow the Islamic faith. And what is this government trying to do to us? They're trying to make sure that we do not criticize them. There is a serious problem over here, Mark. Serious problem, and I quite like. Okay, there's a guy. What they call him, Bob, on Speaker's Corner. Okay?
Yeah.
He absolutely goes at them like nobody's business. Okay, and here's an example of it. You ready?
I don't think in my country, believe me, every inch of this land is mine. My ancestors have lived here for over 1,000 years. I don't believe in bending anything to newcomers. You've chosen to live in my country. You live by our ways. We have the right to intellectually criticize one another's faiths. As a Christian, I'm not intimidated by that. We've already gone through hundreds of years of doing this to ourselves. Christianity can stand up to it. Islam, by contrast, is pretty new to the world of getting criticized intellectually. It is absolutely right to criticize Muhammad, his conduct, his words. It's right to criticize the Quran. And if you don't like that, go and live somewhere else. We will be better off without you in this country. I want a country that will destroy anyone who does not accept the terms that I offered. Any Islamist who tries to impose Sharia law, any Islamist who thinks that we're going to use violence because you criticised our prophet or you criticised our book, I want a country that will destroy their lives, take away their kids, chuck them in prison, stop them having jobs, move them out of the country. I do not want to tolerate any Muslim living in this country that does not accept the Christian heritage of this land and what comes with that. If you are willing to accept the Christian heritage of the nation, then there's a place for you. It's not just get rid of Muslims because they're Muslims. But I don't give a shit about Islamists. I think we need to ruin their lives, and anyone who even slightly hints at an Islamist ideology should be dealt with mercilessly, ruthlessly. Are we clear about the term?
Yeah. This guy just sums it up, and he says it. And he's on Speaker's Corner. Tell us a little bit about this guy, Mark.
He's good. But if he knew a bit more about their scripture and their religion, then he'd know that's not possible what he's asking for.
Why not?
Because Islam's supreme. It's the be-all and end-all. It's the final religion.
So that's why he is saying you've not got a chance. Because I think he knows that.
Well, then just say it then, lad, isn't it?
Well, I think he
need to
did.
stop beating about the bush.
I think he did. He said basically, if you're not going to accept or integrate, you're out. Okay? Why is this government tolerating this form of immigration? Why are they doing it, Mark?
I don't know what type of people don't want to protect children. What type of people don't want a home of veterans? The same type of people who want to replace the homogenous population.
Correct. They are the same.
I just don't understand the thought process because they're the ones who will ultimately be replaced as well. You can keep feeding the crocodile, hoping it'll eat you last, but it's still going to eat you last.
Correct. And I
don't know what this charade is, what game they're playing, but
I want everybody to see the face of somebody at Ofcom who is trying to silence any form of dissent, especially people like us. Here we go. This is the woman, Melanie Dawes of Ofcom. She's the one that is trying to silence everybody in this country. And she's monitoring everybody on the web. Okay? And here's a little taster before I come to Elon Musk and what he has to say about mass immigration.
Elon Musk just called out the UK government, and he didn't hold back. In a blunt public statement, Musk slammed the Online Safety Act as a dangerous step towards censorship and control. And he's not alone. Critics are warning this isn't about safety anymore. It's about silencing voices. So what's really going on? The UK government claims the Online Safety Act is designed to protect people from harmful content. Sounds reasonable until you read the fine print. The law gives unprecedented powers to the state and tech regulators, forcing platforms like X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, and others to take down anything deemed harmful, even if it's not illegal. And that's where Musk drew the line. He said, "Who defines harm? A government? A committee? This is a blank check for censorship. Under the law, platforms must scan private messages for harmful content, even before they're sent. That means end-to-end encryption could be broken, leaving every conversation open to surveillance. Privacy experts, journalists, and even human rights groups are sounding the alarm. And Musk, he's threatening to pull parts of X out of UK compliance, saying the law violates free expression. But
Now, he does that. He's got the backing of Trump. What the fuck is this government gonna do? Right? It's a pimple on the world fucking map, right? In terms of any relation to Trump. Okay? It is. And it is beholding to the US for what they are. I mean, if the US suddenly turned around to the UK and said, that's it, trade deals are off, Trump's administration would fold because they know that that would have ramifications throughout the whole of the world right now. So I don't understand why this government is following this left-wing shit that's going on, because the WEF itself is in turmoil. They're investigating Schwab for financial irregularities. Let me get all the words out. Okay? Schwab is actually, well, let's just put it this way. He had his hands in the honeypot. And that's why he was forced to stand down. And then he was trying to sort out to get Christine Lagarde in. And that didn't quite work out. And I expect to see more coming out about that, because they're going to start revealing a lot more. Now, this is purely because Trump is now in, and he's now starting to flex his muscles. Starmer is a piece of weak beta shite.
He's got no muscles to flex. Look,
got
isn't
nothing.
it ironic? I say ironic, more hypocritical, that these people screaming about the harm online are causing endless amounts of harm to our culture, our children, this country.
And yet we've got
they're crying about
migrants.
stuff.
Yet we've got migrants that are out. Right? You just mentioned it earlier on. Right? One guy has been, two guys have been arrested for the alleged assault, of, what is it? A 12-year-old girl?
Strangulation and assault.
I mean,
I'm being funny. This is non-eating, I think it is. There's been another alleged abduction of a 10-year-old. And of course, things have come out over the weekend that it's shushy. Don't tell everyone what's going on. So all the councillors and everyone in the press have been told to shut up, don't mention the hotel.
Didn't the leader of Warwickshire Council, didn't he say that he'd been told by the police to keep his mouth shut?
Correct.
What are the police in this country up to? Whose side are they on?
It's not ours, mate.
I'm beginning to sit back and think, shit. I mean, I've got friends who are policemen, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to open my fucking mouth to any single one of them about anything, because I couldn't fucking trust them, because they could be passing information back. And they know who they are.
Give it 15, 20 years, John. It's going to be a whole new ball game, because all the decent police officers who are now agreeing with us all in the background, probably going to leave. Who are they going to be replaced with, mate?
Oh,
it's going to be the same in the army when we can't recruit any of the natives. Who's going to be in the army and the police?
Yeah.
You're already seeing them, mate, and they're getting challenged on the street, and they can only just about speak English, never mind quote our laws. So we can see which way this is going. Because some people might go, what's conspiracy theory? We're importing all these fighting age men.
Bollocks.
There's a reason.
Before I go on, to Musk, here's a guy, Here's a guy that was flying a flag.
Here we go, we've got the police here
at a protest.
Flying the flag of England in England. Right, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, we've got the pro-Hamas flag being flown.
So they're allowed. This guy is going to get arrested for flying a flag.
This is two-tier.
And they're flying the fucking flag of Palestine?
So basically what they've done is the lefties have moaned to the police, oh, we feel alarmed and distressed about one man with his England flag in England. Yet the Englishman, if he went to the police and said, I feel alarmed and distressed about that,
they
flag
do
over there because it comes from a state run by terrorists.
Bullshit.
They do nothing. Do you know, on the plus side, it's now a week since this nonsense flipping online safety bollocks came in, right? And for the first couple of days, there was stuff getting censored on X.
Yeah.
And we went through what you can still find on there. So after a week of this nonsense, and still as an unverified UK user, I can still see porn. I can still see all the filthy stuff from Pride. I can still see Bonnie Blue getting rattled.
Yeah.
You've not protected that from children at all. But on a positive note, I'm seeing a lot less and less censorship on a lot of the stuff everyone's posting. In fact,
because they can't
not really seeing any at all, John.
Because they're getting told, the British government are getting told what's going on. And
it's our ass.
This is heartrending to see what it is, because one of these guys got told that he wasn't allowed to put up his flag, and this is what he did.
Do what I do, put more up. Yeah, there you go. Have that. That's beautiful, that is, John. That's cheered me up a touch. Britannia. England never, never, never shall be slaves. See how many people
Yo, look at that.
Never
What a
ends.
beautiful sight.
We should do that on every street in the country, mate.
So this is what Elon Musk has got to say on immigration. Here we go.
The mass immigration is insane and will lead to the destruction of any country that allows unfettered mass immigration. That country will simply cease to exist. At the end of the day, it is a numbers game, a numbers situation. If there are 8 billion people in the world, and let's say you're a country of, 50 million, 60 million, or for a medium-sized country, but even for a country like the United States, which is 350 million, given that there are 8 billion people in the world, it only takes a few percent of the rest of the world to move to the country to where it is no longer that country. A country is not its geography. A country is its people. This is a fundamental concept that is really obvious. I mean, if you took the people of Italy and you teleported the people of Italy to, say, some part of the United States, it would still be Italy. But if you teleported a bunch of people from some other part of the world to Italy, where they're telling people no longer because they've been teleported to America, then the region, the geographic region, would no longer be Italy. It would be that other country. A country is its people, not its geography.
There you go.
Well, it's a bit of both, isn't it, really? Because without the land, you wouldn't have the people.
There you go.
People are
Frankie
what
is
make the
saying
country
he's
the
going to
country.
leave us on a happy note. Apparently, there's an alien spaceship out there which will reach Earth by November, and their mission is to destroy the Earth. Hey, Frankie, let's look on the bright side. There's lots of other comments coming in, which it's good, but I'm only picking out the ones I think that are worthwhile. There
Maybe
you go.
the aliens will be on our side and they'll just come and abduct the likes of Starmer and that, and then we're all right. We're saved. They've just done it. And one night we all wake up in the morning and all the woke divvies and everyone who's gone, and they've all gone. And you're like, wow, where have they gone? We'll vanish without a trace. And you just see these lights in the sky just in the distance, and you're like, oh.
Indeed. All right.
Who was that? Come to our rescue.
Here's one guy's attempt to reclaim freedom in the UK, and this is Montgomery Toms. Have a listen to him.
Freedom in the UK. I'd like to be able to do it via the ballot box, but they've rigged all of our elections. 1 in 4 births now are foreigners. It's going to be about a quarter of the people in the United Kingdom are going to be foreign within 10 years. They're letting these people vote. How the hell do they have a say? This is occupation, it's colonisation. Our ancestors have been here for 10,000 years. Theirs have been here 5 minutes. They are replacing us. They are harvesting these votes. And frankly, one person coming over here and voting against you nullifies your vote. You've been disenfranchised by just one migrant getting a vote. All of the little idiosyncrasies, sayings, phrases, culture, music, food, taste, and morality, philosophy, everything, the history that makes us what we are. If you don't have that, then you're not British. You got 30% of the vote. So you take out all the migrants who voted for him, even the paper citizens, and he's down to about 25%, and suddenly he's lost, 100 MPs? Maybe he might have still had a majority, but we don't know that. They make it almost impossible to get the statistics. You can't see how people voted. So our elections are currently illegitimate, and they'll continue being illegitimate until we restore the proper notion of citizenship, which is people who are actually from this nation.
This is what's
Hello,
happening.
and welcome to the UK's Illegal Migrant Helpline, proudly funded by the British taxpayer. Press 1 if you've just arrived by dinghy and need a free 4-star hotel. Press 2 if your phone's run out of battery and you'd like a new free replacement iPhone. Press 3 if you're wondering whether your criminal record abroad matters here. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Oh great, you're calling from just off the Kent coast? Not to worry, our volunteer yacht club will be there very shortly with warm blankets, halal meals and your NHS number. Did you forget your documents? Not a problem. Just tell us where you'd like your documents to be posted to and whether you'd like Manchester, London or a scenic village in the Cotswolds. Oh, you're asking about deportation. That service has been permanently suspended since 2022. Enjoy your stay. What's that? You spotted a British citizen sleeping rough nearby? No worries. We'll move them along instantly so you can settle in comfortably. Thanks for choosing the UK, where borders are just a suggestion. And benefits come with a side of entitlement. Have a blessed stay, and remember, if questioned, just say the word persecution. If you need anything else at all, don't hesitate to ask. Yes, I can connect you with someone to get you a job at Deliveroo, no problem. I'll give you my personal mobile number. Can you stay at my house? No, we don't have the room. I would if I could, I would. Okay, thank you, goodbye.
Come on now. Is that not an absolutely truthful skit on what's going on?
Yep.
I tell you. Right.
I tell you what, though, John, they will fix the homeless thing eventually. And I think I know how. So if you pay attention to some of these people who go around here filming, with weekends and stuff, and like Charlie Beach and everyone, right, Billy Moore and that, and you're looking at some of the homeless. Now it's not just the natives who are homeless anymore.
No,
there's some of these immigrants, right, from abroad, So wait until it's mostly them on the streets. Then what's going to happen, mate?
Oh shit!
Hopefully they'll be quick enough to go and sort it all out. Then, oh my God, all these homeless people here. It's like, oh, now you're bothered. Watch, I'm telling you, won't be long.
Well, here's the biggie for you. Okay. All right, and you have to actually listen to this. Okay. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah, he's a snake.
He's
a viper.
He is Keir Starmer's main advisor. Right? And this is embarrassing for Keir Starmer, right? Because his top aide, Morgan McSweeney is his name, who told the PM that he had to smash the smuggling gangs. It's revealed that his father's firm was handed 6 million, nearly 8.4 million euros, to house asylum seekers.
Sounds about right with these two-faced bastards, doesn't it, John?
You couldn't make this up, could you? Okay?
No, you couldn't.
He said...
If someone wrote the last couple of years down in a book, well, just the last year with Labour, if you just wrote it all down in a book, even J.K. Rowling wouldn't be able to come up with that move.
This is the new PPE scandal about to break. This is the new version of it. Okay? He said, we need to be tough from the start. Okay? Regain control of borders, he said, smash the gangs, tackle the small boats, noble exhortations that, basically that Keir Starmer, right, parroted. Okay? They've never addressed these issues. Okay? Nothing at all. Okay? At all. Right? And yet, it's found that his father, okay, basically set up a company. And he actually got it was over 6 million, okay, from this company. And when he was asked about it, okay, and the father was called Tim McSweeney, and he's a County Cork-based accountant, had his part to play in the asylum gravy train, causing resentment in his homeland. This is in Ireland. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Another relative of his is involved with the Irish government, advising them. So basically, his father incorporated, right, a company in February 2023. Now, 2023, right? 2023. So they knew what was going on. And he and his wife, Carmel, are the only listed directors, and it's registered in the same address in Macroom as his accountancy firm. Okay? Basically, this guy, can you tell me that he wouldn't know that his father is involved in taking money for housing migrants?
Of course he would, John. I think he might have some way gone to answer your question earlier of, well, why are they doing this? I wonder why. Always comes down to money, doesn't it?
Well, this is public money that's going. So
They're all at it, mate. That's why, mate.
See,
I bet you when you look into this, it's going to be another thing like that, like you say, like the PPE thing. So it's like, let's have this COVID crap go on forever because too many people are making too much money off it.
Now, I
wonder
sure
who's making money off this and how much.
Agreed. I'm not sure, okay, if he is involved or not, because the company's owners are hidden behind a labyrinth of corporate structures. So there's lots of shell companies behind here, right? And it leads via 2 other Irish shell companies, both linked to Mr. McSweeney, that's his father, to a web of Cyprus-registered companies. And he asked how he became involved. Mr. McSweeney said it was nobody's business. Okay, that's what he said. Okay. You know, and also the McSweeney family is linked to the upper echelons of the Irish government. Morgan's cousin, Claire McGovern, is a special advisor to the Deputy Prime Minister, Simon Harris. Okay? Now, this is all... It's embarrassing for this government. It's embarrassing. And how anybody can actually say that there is nothing wrong with this, they're full of shit. It stinks to high heaven. And I'm hoping that the US government are listening to this and listening to the shit that Keir Starmer is putting out. Smash the gangs, do this, that, the other. It's within their benefit to keep on bringing more people in to house them. That's the truth. Now, I'm just wondering how many people in Labour are involved in HMOs. And if any of them want to actually have a go at me for saying that or have a go at us, I don't care. I want to know. I'm asking a question. I want to know how many people on the benches are involved in HMOs and housing the migrants. Because you remember how many people in the Conservatives were involved in PPE, and we still haven't even got to the bottom of that. What you're seeing is a shift of public money going to these people who are actually controlling policy in this country. And why are they, and answer me this, Mark, why are they more interested in controlling what you are saying than stopping the problem?
Like I say, mate, someone's making a lot of money out of this. They've got to be. That's why the problem's just going to carry on going until they can make no more money out of it. But they're all going to be involved. I mean, there's people claiming to have evidence. It's Labour, isn't it? They're in deep. There's a few different groups who are probably all making money off this immigration. You've got Clear Springs, Ready Homes, Mia's Group, Serco, Corporate Travel Management, and Calder Conferences. And I don't suppose it stops with them either, does it, mate? There's people claiming they're all engaging in profiteering. Someone's always making money off this stuff.
Yep.
It was the Conservatives with the lockdowns.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me. The Conservatives, but some of them have been linked to this, making money in the background. Now Labour have passed on the book and gone, oh, well, should we stop immigration? Oh, hang on. Oh, this is lucrative.
Public
Let's
money.
keep this going. I want to keep smashing the gangs. No, Patrick Christie show. That's very easy to catch them. All you need is a mobile phone, mate, and a pair of legs and some fingers, and you can go and find them, no problem.
Full of shit. So if anybody's out there, out of our listeners, yes, we are looking at it, and no, we don't give a shit about the government. We don't give a shit. Did you know, this is another thing, Mark, did you know that the government is trying to tell you not to use VPNs, and yet all MPs charge VPNs against their expenses? Did you know that?
I did. Let's see if they're charging again when the next lot of expenses are given out.
I just can't get it.
Because they'll be proper two-faced. That John to start telling us that you can't do this, that, and the other. I mean, we need to grow up here. The Americans are smashing it. They're going after They're going after BlackRock and everyone for their same tricks. What we've just been talking about. They're literally controlling everything in the background. Who else are they going after? They're going after Soros. They're going after everyone, mate. They're getting him in.
Well, just check this out, right? This is what Fox are saying about free speech in the UK. Now, you know that there is something definitely wrong when foreign broadcasters are talking more about the problems of free speech than our own broadcasters in this country. All right?
Before you do, I've just got that Clear Springs Ready Homes saw profits soar to 180 million in 2024.
Jesus.
And face scrutiny for paying 16 million to an unregistered offshore entity. So you can imagine what's happening here, mate. These are all making money off our replacements in the background and shifting it all offshore. This needs blown out the water. We need proper politicians like in America who are going to take these on now and expose all this, because they're exposing Obama, Clinton for what they've done to Trump. They're going after Soros. They're going after BlackRock. What are we doing? Bending over and taking it. Give us more. Give us more.
Oh, God.
Nah, mate.
Well, here's Fox. Here's Fox's take on it.
Called and he wants its Ministry of Truth back. The UK has created an elite police unit known as the National Internet Intelligence Investigations Team, dedicated to monitoring anti-migrant social media posts. Leaders claim its purpose is to detect early signs of potential unrest.
Unrest like this protest and counter-protest had erupted after a 38-year-old asylum-seeking migrant was charged with sexual assault for attempting to kiss a 14-year-old girl.
Despite the surveillance, UK's Prime Minister insists he still believes in free speech.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time here, so we're very proud about that.
Bullshit.
I can't stand it.
With us now to react is Public News founder Michael Schellenberger. Michael, it is true that the United Kingdom and the West has a fairly robust tradition, long-standing when it comes to free speech, but I'm not so sure that's true anymore. I mean, there's story after story about people being thrown behind bars in the UK, even for tweets that they have deleted, with longer prison sentences than people who've committed actual physical violent crimes.
And nonsense.
Yeah, that's right, Guy. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible story. I mean, there's a woman that's in prison for 31 months, which is 4 months longer than a child rapist is in prison. And what all she did was have a tweet up for 4 hours that she ended up taking down. This is a sweeping crackdown on free speech in Great Britain that we have not seen anything like in maybe hundreds of years. I mean,
the woman is Lucy Connolly, and she's just been invited because she's going to be let out of prison soon. She's just been invited by Rupert Lowe to be a guest of honor at a debate. There you go.
What you should do.
It's really astonishing. It's happening on multiple
Stand
levels.
in an election against
Keep in mind,
someone.
they were already arresting 30 people a day for wrong speech in Britain before this. Now they have a special police task force to constantly monitor social media, including X, formerly Twitter, and they can stop content based on age verification. So they can stop content saying, oh, this is harmful to mental health. And then X, recently, just a few days ago, did block content on the basis of the British order to be able to identify if people were old enough to see it. So the other thing you mentioned there was the Islamophobia. They're not going to allow people to criticize mass migration. They're going to call it Islamophobia and a hate crime and prevent it. So this is George Orwell. I mean, George Orwell perfectly predicted this in 1984 when he wrote his book in the mid-40s.
You know, Michael, I was just in Europe at a conference and talking to a number of the people there. I mean, they are married to this idea that you have to monitor the internet, that you shouldn't be able to say certain basic things, including posting memes or things that are counter to what they believe.
Now, that's Fox, okay? Check out Sky.
In the UK, they've got to crack down on people who want to voice their concerns about illegal immigration. Anti-migrant posts on social media are going to be monitored by an elite police squad. And yet we've got Keir Starmer claiming that free speech is very important to him and it exists in the UK.
We discussed the importance of free speech today.
Well, free speech is very important. I don't know if you're referring to any place in particular. Perhaps they are, but we've had free speech for a very, very long time here.
No, we haven't. Stop lying.
You're full of shit, Keir.
In the UK, but
this is the problem. We've never had it.
Crackdown on free speech,
and we need it.
Coming as protests outside asylum hotels have spread across the country, and we've got people right now locked up for some of them lengthy terms, around 3 years, for things they've posted in opposition to immigration.
It's outrageous. Months, even up to 3 years, as you say. One is a 55-year-old mother who was locked up. So these are not violent offenders. And this whole concept of hate speech or bigoted speech leading to these task forces for immigration. They also did it for COVID.
This is the rest of the world looking in at our country. And they are calling Keir Starmer and Labour out. They're calling him out. Now, this guy thinks he's invincible. He isn't. He isn't invincible. And neither are the people of England. They're not. They are not helpless. They can actually start to fight back against this. And I'm actually going to tell Justin Matters and every Labour MP within Cheshire, your days are numbered. We are coming for you, and we are going to make sure that you do not win the next election. It doesn't matter how many lefties that you've got backing you, you are not going to win the next election. You are not going to get your seats in Cheshire. Samantha and all the rest of you and the Police and Crime Commissioner, right? Dan, you're out. You're not going to win this. You're out because you are party to all this suppression of things that are going on. No matter what you say, you're party to this suppression. And I am not going to allow, right, while there is breath in my body, any of you to actually gain another position in government with any form of control over me in Cheshire. That's the truth. Mark, are you with me,
John?
Are you with me?
To be fair, yeah, totally, 100%. But I don't really think we need to do much because I think they're just going to make themselves totally unelectable anyway.
You reckon?
I mean, let's face it. I'm not being funny, John. Have you heard anybody talking about how good Labour
nobody is
are?
actually
Now,
backing these people whatsoever.
Have you heard anyone own up for voting for them?
No. They're all embarrassed.
One or two myself. One of them's furious. We're never doing it again. Half of them didn't really want to vote for them anyway, but it's because they've got to get rid of the fascists. Honestly, these people are clueless. These socialists, mate, I think they think that the world started in, like, I don't know, the late 19th, early 20th century or something, John. Because we've never had free speech in this country. He just keeps lying and lying and lying. Went through a list of all the restrictions on speech for over hundreds of years. We need something, so we do have free speech. It's all right for them lot, because they do have free speech in Parliament, as per the Bill of Rights. Yeah. What do we have? We mentioned the Bill of Rights. Oh, it doesn't exist. No such thing. No constitution. Oh, it's not codified. Well, it's fine when you just want to use it, though, isn't it? You absolute traitors.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but these people are going to make themselves... Give them another 3 years, John. Don't get them out too quick. They'll make themselves totally unelectable, won't they?
There is a group of people that are looking to take legal action against Starmer and his government. Okay? I cannot believe it about what's going on. It angers me so much because I'm frightened. I'm frightened for my children. I'm frightened for your children, Mark. I know that you are, you have my back 100%. But, I'm telling you now, everybody should stand against these people in any by-election. Get Labour out.
Get them out.
Vote against them. Get them out. Okay, at every level. Do not trust them. These people are aiding and abetting a dictatorship. That's what they're all about. They're actually chipping away at making sure that you are replaced. You are replaced, and you have no say in the way that your life is actually run. We are the most expensive country to live in the whole of the world. Your utilities, you're being ripped off. Your supermarket prices, you're being ripped off. And all you do is just sit back and do nothing. You've actually got to stand up and be counted. Those people that are at those protests are actually expressing true feelings about what's happening with these immigrants. Okay? Get Islam out. Islam is not compatible with Christianity in this country. And to the Church of England, you are pieces of shit for the weakness that you demonstrate at every level in this country. No wonder people don't go to church on a Sunday, because you're so weak. Get your act together. Or,
to be honest, mate, they're a lost cause.
Well, I'm saying get your act together or get back with the Roman Catholics. One or the other. Calvin Robinson said it.
I know, but religion isn't going to fix this, mate.
Oh, it's part of it, though, Mark. It's part of the problem.
It's not going to fix it, though, is it? We need someone with a pair of testicles to fix it, mate.
Oh, God, we need a Trump in this country.
As long as we have these traitors in charge, we're going to keep letting this shit happen. And then you're going to have things like, former police officer who treated cadet scheme as grooming playground has been jailed for 5 years.
Absolutely.
Have a guess what his name was? Adnan Ali.
Oh.
Sexually assaulted 3 victims, personally known by Andy Burnham. Until everyone gets these people out of power, we've got no chance. And if we don't do this quickly, I'm afraid something else is going to happen in this country, mate.
Absolutely.
I mean, the last year wasn't a warning that people are pissed off. They're not playing the game. They're just going to keep trying to shut you all up and stop everyone from talking. And you know what happens when you take
everything's okay.
Look
over
only way
here.
of complaining away from them.
Yeah.
But if you take the voice, the only thing people have to complain away from them, you create a dangerous atmosphere in this country.
Well, I'm making it very
all these
clear.
People who are coming out about civil war and stuff, they could be right, John.
Well, I'm making it clear. You see that American flag there? Any of them fuck with me, and I'm calling the American embassy. Because I am an American citizen.
Can you phone the American army instead?
Get them over and get the submarines in the fucking Mersey.
Yeah, never mind sending them to Ukraine when we have them in the channel.
It just angers me so much. These people, we're surrounded by so many beta males, right, that are actually taking over and literally controlling our lives. You know, and it's not just hearsay. You can see it for real. It's got to stop, Mark. It's got to stop. And this is, we've got to end now. You know, we got to get going. Here's an end vid, okay? And this was an advert by Coinbase, okay? And you know, you're going to piss yourself when you listen to this. I'm sorry that I got so angry. Knows it ranting about it, but I'm not having my fucking kids, controlled by woke DEI and all the rest of the shit that's going on. Right?
You don't need to apologise, mate, for feeling like this after what these traders have done to this country.
Well, I feel the same way that you do about that shit that's going on in the schools.
They're lucky we're just angry on podcasts, John, to be honest, mate, because...
Oh, it's going to boil over.
I think the day of reckoning is going to come at some point, mate, and it isn't going to be the way people think, and it isn't going to be nice.
Well, they better watch out. They better watch out. Anybody that turns up at my fucking doorstep, right? They better watch out, because their fucking careers are going to disappear. Okay? And I'm definitely going to challenge Manders. Manders is going to get fucking outed in 2029.
He'll go anyway, mate. He'll step down, won't you?
You reckon?
He's not going to want to get his arse handed to him by reform, is he? That'll be the icing on the cake for us round here, but for him, that'll be his legacy destroyed, won't it? So...
Completely.
If I was him, mate, I'd be gone at the next election, because I can see the writings on the wall. Another 3 years of this, they'll be totally unelectable. They're totally unelectable now, and it's only going to get worse. Look at it every day. We can't build houses. Anything they've said they were going to do before the election and over this last year, it's gone. They've done none of it, mate. They're never going to. So what are they going to do?
I've got another list of all the lies. All the lies that they promised before they came in. I've got a list of all of them. But in a debate, we could absolutely demolish any Labour MP. Any Labour MP. Right? They're too frightened. They're shit scared to come out in the public. We've offered them out nearly, 3 or 4 times?
This is why they're going to run it. The ones who've got something inside between these ears are going to know the writings on the wall. It's time to go. Yeah. A lot of Labour have already defected over to reform and stuff anyway. They're decent, decent people who actually care about the communities, and it's not just about red and blue and socialism and all that crappy brainwash shit.
Why don't the people out there really realise what they're actually doing to you? and what they're going to do and how they're shaping the future, they're just like encroaching a little bit. I think
people are, but it's people need to be educated as well. If you look at the trans issue quickly before we go, because I know we've probably gone way over what we normally
we've gone way over.
But in 2020, there was still quite an acceptance of all this stuff. If you look at the latest YouGov poll for figures, it's quite complicated actually. But I'll try and sum it all up for 2024-25. The majority of this country are having none of this trans stuff anymore.
Yeah.
When you look back 5 years ago and you look at what they've done, look at it, people didn't quite understand what it was about. Now they do. And now it's clear cut. No one wants it.
Nobody wants it.
No.
All right. Well, okay. Well, this is the end video, which is slightly happier than the kind of stuff that I'm saying, because I'm angry about some of these things, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. But if anybody wants to get in touch with me, especially any of the authorities, contact the U.S. Embassy and let's see how you get on with that.
For being angry, which it won't surprise me if that's a crime in the near future with these lot of communists. You can't be angry. We're the only ones who can be angry, sorry. We can be angry with the imaginary far right that they make up, but you can't be angry with reality.
And if anybody in the church wants to know, yes, I'm definitely a Christian warrior, okay, without a shadow of a doubt. One of my ancestors was the last English Templar, okay, at the Siege of Malta. So I don't give a shit about anybody, okay? I'm bothered about my friends, my country, everything about it. I mean, I'm totally and utterly affiliated with England. Although I'm an American, I'm affiliated with England. And as far as I'm concerned, you're my brother, sir.
I'll vouch for you.
God
knows why, but I'll vouch for it.
Well, here it is.
Really. Apart from being a ham shank, he's all right. Like. You wouldn't know, apart from the accent.
So here we go. All right, this is the end vid. Thank you so much for the conversation. Thank you for everybody that's been on, that's been listening. Do I need a psychoanalyst? No, I don't. I know exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm about. And if I get hauled away, don't worry about it, okay? The U.S. Embassy will be hauling in. And Donald Trump will be actually exercising flexing a few muscles. But there you go.
We need a bit of that 1776 spirit, mate, which obviously you guys got from us in the first place, from all our escapades and all our wars and battles with ourselves.
Get rid of some of these left-wing shits that are actually causing a problem. Here it is. This is the end of the show. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for all our listeners. And thank you for listening to our rant.
Don't forget, vote remove, and I'll put all them lefties on an island somewhere for you.
Okay.
Midgies. Midgies will be the least of their worries on my island.
We will be back on Wednesday because I have to take a break tomorrow night. So we will be back on Wednesday and we will be back on Friday. So there we go. Anyway, interesting stuff. Here we go.
We ain't got no troubles, no reason to complain. 'Cause here in Great Old Britain, we just love it when it rains.
Morning.
We're cozy here at home, even though it's not our own. But wait a few more years and who can say? Everything is just fine. Everything is grand. Your life can get no better when you're living by the letter in this pleasant land. Everything is just fine. Everything is great. The streets can't get no cleaner, nor the rat meat any leaner. No, life is just first rate.
Everything is just fine.
These fish fingers are a steal.
Prices up a smidge.
Just 100 quid a meal.
Empty purse, but hey, could be worse if there was nothing in the fridge.
Strategic realignment means I get to work for myself. Yeah!
Paying off my law degree with tips from each delivery. Excuse me, sir, I have your tandoori. Everything is just fine. Everything is grand. Your life can get no better when you're living by the letter.
Ah, come on, dance, Mark.
We're off to Dubai. It's time to jump ship. We're tightening our belts with a stiff upper lip.